In my life, I am live. Hello, hello. We are all alive here. Mm-hmm. Mm. Hi. Mm-hmm. What? Did you wake up? Do you need me to cover you up? Okay. Who wants to marry your Dracula bride? Hello, hello. Hello, Wyoming, Colorado. I cannot play music on here. Sucks, but hi. Hi. So tonight's topic is your favorite Halloween movie. Mhm. I was talking to someone on Chatterbait the other night, and of course he mentioned Nosferatu, which I mean, but of course, and then is it Shadow? Yeah, Shadow of the Vampire came up. He had never seen Shadow of the Vampire, which just floored me. Because you have John Malkovich in it, and you have William Defoe. Oh my Jesus fucking Christ! Y'all and the Beastmaster. Y'all are giving me no choice. I am going to have to watch Beastmaster. Hello, Jim. You're here, and I can read what you're writing. Hello, Cody. Hello, Daniel. The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, Glenn. I haven't seen that in several decades. I don't know. I'm just not into cartoons anymore. Friday the 13th. I was a teenager the first time I saw Friday the 13th. I remember I was 17 years old. It was me and a girl named Shelly. And we saw it and we were terrified because movies like that hadn't came out like at that point. Anyway, and we walked to the car, we checked the back seat, we checked the trunk, and we were terrified all the way home. And that's the last Friday the 13th movie I've ever seen. No, I'm just kidding. I think I've seen parts of it on TV and stuff, but yeah. Terrified me. That movie terrified me. And every time I'm out camping, I think of that movie. So, you love Shadows of the Vampire? Exactly. It was based on Max Strack. I mean, because when you think of Nosferatu, which was filmed in 1922, they had a hand crank camera, which I would love to have. Just saying. Um, and so you had to count on, the hand crank operator to have a steady, you know, hand. And then all the special effects and everything, they were making it up as they go. Which, I mean, like, how can you not be impressed by that with Nosferatu, which would be the first, like, horror movie? So, I mean, you have to go with the history, right? But then you have Shadow of the Vampire, which I think they stayed true to that genre. I think they stayed true to Nosferatu. William Defoe did an excellent job. I mean, it's like there's some really good. I mean, usually I think of horror movies, I think on the cheap, a lot of no-name actors who eventually become famous. But there's some really good movies made with mainstream actors. I mean, you have John Malkovich in that. William Defoe. It was a good movie. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula. I like that one. Um, but which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the one with Bela Lugosi, or are we talking about the one with oh, the English actor oh, Gary Oldman in it, which I liked both. I liked both. So I like both those those both those movies. Um, which I think, I mean, the second one is excellent job too, but the first one, I kind of partial to it. Hi, Martin. The one with Keanu Reeves. So okay, the one with Gary Oldman as the as the vampire, which I think it was a great movie. It was a great movie. The Changeling. You've only watched it 3 times. I haven't seen that one with George C. Scott. I never even thought of George C. Scott being in a scary movie. Well, of course, Interview with a Vampire is a Halloween movie. It's got vampires in it. Legend with and Tim Curry. I don't think I've seen that. Legend with Tom Cruise and Tim Curry. Let me look it up on Amazon Prime. Y'all giving me good, like, fodder to watch. Well, there's Legends of the Fall, which that's not going to be it. There's Legend of Sleepy Hollow. That's not it. And there's Legend of Hell House. So which legend is it? All right, Legend Tom Cruise. They have a legend. Oh, okay. I've seen that movie. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yeah. Psycho. Well, that's a classic one, isn't it? Ah, Tamer. That's funny. I like one that's an excellent movie, Silver Bullet. I completely forgot about that one. Oh my god, but yeah. That was a great movie. I mean, it looked a little like under budget, but still it was a good movie. It was by Stephen King. Wow. Yeah, because it had Corey Haim in it. Yeah, let me add that to my watch list. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. One. Yeah, it's a total Legend is a total 80s movie. Total. Hello, hello. You like Halloween? You're so out of your element right now, Jim? Why? Because you don't watch scary movies or horror movies? I don't know what you want to call them. I call them Halloween movies. Let's just put it under Halloween. So I'm not specifically into horror as much as I am to the Halloween. Vampires and ghosts and such like that. No, that's just crazy people. That's Psycho. That version with Christian Bale would just be like dating a typical narcissist for most women. Like that's a real fear as women is being killed by our dates. So that's just reality. Yeah, Silver Bullet was the one with the kid in the wheelchair, if I remember correctly. I'm not your mama. And you would not love me if I was your mother because you would be in a boarding school right now. You've never seen any of the. Oh my gracious, Jim, do you not watch movies? I mean, in my comments on another one, because the guy on the movie quoted Lost Boys, then he was surprised I knew Lost Boys. Like, Lost Boys, one of my favorite Halloween movies. I don't know that one, The Unnameable. I don't know that one. I've never heard of it. So some of y'all are naming movies I haven't seen. Nightmare on Elm Street also gave me. Johnny Depp was in the very first Nightmare on Elm Street. Think about that. Well, I tried to cam on StreamMate and Chatterbait tonight, but it was a bust. So here I am. I did a couple of Instagram videos tonight. I like to think I did a good job on them for, first attempts at this stuff. So I'm trying to become more popular on Instagram. We'll see how they do. I just need one of them go viral. The Exorcist. It's been a while. Poor Linda Blair never really did live that movie down, did she? Yeah, hot rod wheelchair. Yeah. You like that eye makeup? Yeah. BJ the Bear Halloween special. I probably saw it because I loved BJ and the Bear as a kid, but I can't remember that one. Of course, I remember that show. My parents were truckers. Of course, I watched it. Of course, I don't even remember any truck driver being that fucking goddamn good looking. There's probably a lot more of them look like chimpanzees than that. Freddy Krueger did scare me. You put a few words in there, engine chief, that my settings won't allow. The site I use most is Streammate. I'm trying to grow my popularity on Chatterbait though. Oh, BJ McKay and your best friend Bear. You know that it's probably a controversial name to have that kind of name anymore, BJ McKay. I don't remember. I've never watched The Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I've never seen that, Martin. It doesn't seem like my kind of movie. Not really into outer space or clowns. I'm more into vampires and ghosts and werewolves. I watched Red Riding Hood tonight, and that also had Gary Oldman in it, and it was an excellent movie. Excellent movie. It's way better than I remembered it being. I used to sing that. Yeah, there was a lot of bad things that were. Not The Exorcist. The other one, the little girl with the TV and goes, "They're here." Marry you? Why would I want to marry you? Cursed? I haven't seen that one. Thank you, Waylon G. Hello, my dearest darling. Mwah. Poltergeist. Yeah, Poltergeist is the one. Yeah, um, where they had a lot of problems with the cast and not surviving it. Yeah, Poltergeist was pretty much a cursed movie. I liked Underwood. Underwood. Wood. Wood. No. I liked Underworld. I did enjoy Underworld, Martin. I did. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my room. So we are taking suggestions for good Halloween movies and what we love about them. I haven't seen The Relic. Not that I remember. What's The Relic about? Like I've caught it in passing, but like it sounds familiar. Like I might have seen it, but might not have. Well, there's The Relic from 2020, and then there's a Relic from 1997 that doesn't look like I would want to watch that. But it does have Tom Sizemore and Penelope Ann Miller. I always like the name Penelope. And there's Relic Hunter, Latia Carrera. That was a TV show. So which Relic are you talking about? Polish Goose, that's funny. I was just on Chatterbait. It was dead. So I came here. Ooh, yeah, there's some pretty bad stuff that happened to the people that were in Poltergeist. I was showing there, you're acting like we're on a paid campsite, but we're not. So we're talking about movies. We're talking about Halloween movies. So please stay on subject, or I will ban you from my page here. Stay on subject, darling. I don't know Reanimator. The Man Who Turned Into a Monster. Well, that's most of the scary movies. I love the Addams Family movies. I adore the Addams Family movies. But the last one that they made that was a cartoon, not so much. You need to see Nightmare for Christmas. And see, I say that for Christmas so that I can have my Halloween and Christmas at the same time. The Fog? Which version of The Fog? I don't know The Road with Vigo. Well, that's good, Jim. The Prince of Darkness. You're a fan of Rob Zombie movies? Yeah. He has too much gore. You want to be Batman for Halloween? You want to be a billionaire? Me too. I love the Addams Family. Morticia's. The Reanimator is funny. Oh, can I show my whole body? No, because I'm very comfortable and you don't get to tell me what the fuck to do. We're talking about Halloween movies. Stay on subject or I will boot you. The Jamie Lee version of the Curtis of the Fog. There's a couple of other people that were pretty famous in that one. I like that version. I haven't seen the latest one. I've seen parts of it, but not that much. I don't know that name, Adrian Barbeau or Bobo. I don't know that name. I don't know who Bellatrix Lestrange is. So y'all mentioned some things I don't know. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. If the movie has a lot of blood and gore in it, I'm gonna skip it. You know who was in the Blob, and I probably would watch that if I could again, just for him. Larry Hagman. Larry Hagman's first movie was The Blob. Don't you like I know how so much movie history here? Creepshow. Well, that was yeah. I've seen Creepshow so many times as in my early 20s that I can't get into it. Rocky Horror Picture Show. I know her. She was in Mod. You talking about with like B. Author? You like Ghost Rider? I probably should watch Ghost Rider again since it's a Marvel movie. They should make Ghost Rider into a TV series because you could take it from the Western, like in the 1800s, all the way to modern day. So that would be good. Yes, Jim Mod. I caught an episode of it on some TV channel that plays, the old shows, and oh my god, that show was hilarious. Paranormal Activity. There's a TV show named that, and I've watched it, but then I have to be careful watching shows like that because then my ghosts get a little too active. But I haven't seen the movie. Kurt Russell was in the original movie, The Blob. I mean, because they have two versions of The Blob. Venom. Did you go see the latest one? I need to go see the latest one. Somebody I've been fucking went to see it last night and didn't take me with them. So I don't know if I'm going to fuck him anymore. I don't know if he knows that. I don't know if he knows that. But yep, that's how fickle I can be. They do, Juan. They do. I have no problems with them at this time of the year. If I do watch those shows, I do it during the daytime, but not during October. Yeah, I don't need to go ghost hunting. I live with 4 of them. No sense in going ghost hunting. I don't know if you live with them. I may pick up another one and bring it home. So no. I don't understand people who go ghost hunting. I vaguely remember that. Is that something about the creatures that live under the stairs? Y'all really come up with some off-the-wall movies here. Then you had to think of how traditional it is to watch such movies during October and how they live with us over and over again. You subscribed? You subscribe to my OnlyFans or you subscribe to my page here? Which one is it? I don't understand. You trying to send me your Gmail account? Why? Shrek Gang soundtrack. I don't understand why you're sending me your email address. I'm not going to email you. I don't know. I mean, I know that saying. I think Drew Barrymore's in it, but I haven't seen them. Yeah, I know you are, Jim, and thank you. Thank you, thank you. You know, I mean, because you have to think Jack Nicholson's been in what? 3 horror movies or Halloweenish movies? The Shining, Wolf, and I think one other. I think he's been in another werewolf movie. I'm not sure. I can't exactly remember, but The Shining is truly terrifying because you could be living with the guy and he just turns on you and tries to kill you. So I try to avoid those because those are too much like real life. I don't know if you would call that possession, what happened to him, or the ghost drove him crazy. So, Witches of Eastwick, that would be the third one, yeah. That would be the third one, Witches of Eastwick. Yeah, because I was thinking of how many, like, I was thinking of Gary Oldman and how many Halloweenish movies he's been in. Um, um, Jack Nicholson, and then um, Michael Keaton. I know my stuff. I know my movies. Well, I enjoy movies. So now I don't know if I consider Aliens and those Halloween movies. To tell you the truth, I think Sigourney Weaver did great in that movie, but if we're going to talk about her, then we have to go to, you know, Ghostbusters. I am your keymaster. That's what they did in the last Ghost Rider. Yeah, the Ghost Rider movies can be quite entertaining. The Thing would be something I saw in passing, but probably not all the way through. And when I say that, because a lot of these movies I watched, like the older movies, I saw them on TV with commercials, so they cut things out of them. So I haven't seen them all the way through as they originally were put out. And I find that I'm enjoying them more because there's so much nuance that may be missed in what that was cut out. So, mm. I wonder which channel I would have to watch for the Ghost Riders. I'm excited about the new Ghostbusters, but that doesn't come out till next month. I think. Let me look. Um, yeah, November 11th. Which, kind of missed the mark. I think it should come out this month, not next month, personally. Oh, the Thing had Kurt Russell. Okay, not the Blob. Because the Blob would be, it was Larry Hagman, and he was very young in it. So, don't get me wrong, because Kurt Russell's been acting, 50 years or so? So he's been in a lot of movies? Yeah. Well, I thought they filmed that movie in somewhere. It was on the East Coast. The Shining movie was on the East Coast in a resort up in the Adirondacks, like in Connecticut. And they do have ghost problems there. You never watched these movies? Well, you should be watching them this year, not next year, this year. Actually, I watch them all year long. Some of them. Some of them. I think the Bram Stoker's Dracula is a good one to start with. Or whether you watch the Bela Lugosi one or the one with Gary Oldman as the lead. Oh, it was? What a weird movie for a Kubrick to make, right? Have I ever seen a real ghost? Oh, yeah. What are you talking about? I hear them more than I see them, but yeah. So I've had plenty of ghost experiences. Plenty. Plenty. A friend of mine really likes to go ghost hunting, so I went with her. We did a road trip from Dallas to San Diego once. And there's the most haunted house in America is in San Diego, so we went to it. I didn't really see any ghosts in it, but there was a bookstore in a building just about as old as the house that we went to buy tickets to go to the haunted house. And while we were in the store, literally a book flew off the shelf and landed at our feet. No other books moved. This one book just literally flew off the shelf and landed at our feet. And I looked at it, and I looked at her, and I looked at the book, and I go, well, I don't think we need to go next door. I think the ghost is here. But I didn't feel or see anything in that supposedly haunted house. She saw things, but I didn't. So, Pet Cemetery, the first one or the second one? I like the first one. Miami, Colorado. You said that joke last time. I like it though. Then one time I was with a Stallion, and we were at Sally D'Angelo's house, and she had a very active, fun ghost there. And in at 3 o'clock in the morning, he grabbed both our big toes and wiggled them, and we both sat straight the fuck up and looked at each other. And I'm like, "There's a ghost." He goes, "Yeah," and that was his very first ghost encounter. He didn't not believe them into before, but he had just never dealt with them. So he's like, until proof is here, then we'll deal with it. But yeah, it literally grabbed both our big toes, and you could tell he was just having fun. We were scared, but you could tell there was no malice at all. It wasn't a demon or anything. There was no malice. He just grabbed both our big toes at the same time and wiggled them. So, have you ever had a ghost wiggle your toes? I haven't seen wait a minute, House of Thousand Corpse. Is that the Wax movie with what's his name from Edward Scissorhands? Oh, there's Edward Scissorhand, but which I can't think of his name. Let me look up this real quick. It doesn't say. His name is Anthony Michael Hall. Vincent Price. Yes, but Sally Admiral, she should be. Oh, it's a Rob Zombie movie. I haven't really watched Rob Zombie movies. Like I say, he has too much blood and gore in his movies for me. My toes are the best. These ghosts are so superficial, you can see right through them. Oh my, that's too funny, but not always true. Not always true. Not was it last year? No, it was the year before. I always have ghost experiences, random ghost experiences, or Halloween experiences every year. October. It was at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was walking to Walmart and I passed by this Mustang and I saw this old guy sitting in there, and I just got a weird feeling, right? But he was just sitting there in the car, just chilling, right? And I turned around and looked, and he was gone. It was a ghost. So he apparently died in a car accident in that car. It still haunted the car. So that was a ghost in broad daylight, 9 o'clock in the morning. And I thought it was a real person, but I just had this weird feeling. So I turned around to check, and he was not there. So sometimes you don't see through them. You don't appreciate that. Yeah, it's not your thing either. Belly. I know some people, I know the blood and gore is all fake and it's probably raspberry jam or something, but I just don't like it. You like the music video for Dragula? I don't know that one. Yeah, Vincent Price has starred in a lot of horror movies. Um, there's one. Like the very first Jekyll and Hyde movie had a really famous actor in it, and I've never seen it. Not James Cadney. Who? Okay, I'm trying to go here. Trying to. He was involved with Katharine Hepburn for years and years, but he would never got divorced. I haven't seen that one. I don't even know if they have it anymore because back then movies were filmed on a 1920s version. So it's probably the second one made. I'm not seeing it. Oh, what is his name? I want to see that one. Oh my gracious, Viking. Yeah, it's an eerie feeling when it happens, isn't it? Am I married? Why would I be married? Phantom of the Opera is a good one. But see, that's the outer space thing. It's just not me. Spencer Tracy, yes. Spencer Tracy did a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And I watched a YouTube video on like the special effects they did for that movie. And so I really want to see it. I really, really, really want to see it. Like that's the one. And they also had what's her name in there? Olivia de Havilland's in that. So you have Spencer Tracy and Olivia de Havilland. Ah, like perfection, right? I may rewatch Baby Jane because that's also one of my favorite Halloween movies. Oh, I have so many ghost stories. It's not even funny. I've seen it, but I don't remember too much from it. Like I said, it was a TV version. I have to say, sometimes I think my memory's going, but then again, when you rewatch movies, You catch things you didn't catch, and you're like, oh, it's brand new to me all over again, so it's not like half a bad thing. I seen Rosemary's movie a long time ago, probably in my 20s, but the director, questionable. But it was definitely, that Frank Sinatra broke up with her over that movie. She chose the movie over being married to Sinatra, but he was probably cheating on her anyway. Baby Jane was awesome because here you had two major stars over the hill, not getting hired so much, doing it for the money. Oh, yeah. And then you had, what's his name, do a thing about them, which was great. So, I don't know why people think they can tell me what the fuck to do. A Dark Shadow person? Are you talking about the movie Dark Shadow, or are you talking about it? You had problems with the Dark Shadow, which is like a demon, which is not good. Like, that's not good at all. You like the old Vincent Price and Boris Karloff? We hadn't even brought up Boris yet. We hadn't even brought him up. Oh my god, him and Bela Lugosi. Ugh, like they were typecast into those movies, but just amazing actors to be able to play all those roles. I know some of the backstory on Baby Jane. Yes. Frankenstein. I don't know Inland Empire. That's not one I'm familiar with. Trippy experience? Yeah, those are not the kind of experiences I like when you have something from like the dark part. Like, I mean, I have one of my ghosts who's a mean fucking cruel bitch who's not so nice, and she's mad at me for being shooting in a house that I haven't shot in years, but she still comes around every fucking goddamn Halloween. But but she's not a demon. She's just a pissed off ghost. I don't know Crawl Space, but then again, I don't do the alien movies. I don't know Klaus Kinski's name sounds familiar, but I can't place it. Yeah, Boris was like very much underloved during his time. Haters gonna hate you from beyond the grave. Yeah, but I did. She passed away before I even moved to Florida. But yeah. Oh, that's an interesting story. That sounds really good. Let me look it up on Prime Video. Is it a David Lynch movie? It's not showing me the movie. It briefly popped up, but and then it's gone. David Lynch could make some freaky fucking goddamn movies, that's for sure. Whose favorite performance was Boris? He was in, well, the Nosferatu remake. There's no, it's not pulling up for me. I don't know Eraserhead. Tanoi, you act like this is some dating site, and it's not. And you're going way off the subject at hand, and I don't appreciate it. If you can't get with the subject, then please, bye-bye. Oh, and I did not know that. Well, that's interesting. I bet you did great at narrating. He had a great speaking voice. And making the ghost jealous. Yeah, well, she's a cunt. I have to see Eraserhead if I really want to get. I think I've seen parts of it. Like some of these, I remember parts of like flipping channels. But if they didn't catch my attention then. Oh, Werner Herzog. Yeah, I know his name. Yeah, he reads Polish poetry to get inspiration for directing movies. No, thank you. Like the man goes deep, like probably way beyond my mental capabilities. Bingo, bango. Yeah, he had a class on master class, and I watched it, and I was just like, ooh, ooh. If you're reading some mid-century old Polish fucking 50-line poetry in order to get into directing, yeah, it's beyond me. But some of y'all really know your movies. I don't know Grizzly Man. But like I say, I probably haven't seen too many of his movies. But I did watch his masterclass. So if you want to, if you get on masterclass for $180 a year, you can watch his classes on movie making. I don't know how poetry translate to filming, but you know. Some of y'all come up with really off the wall movies. Trick or Treat 2007, is that the one with uh Kiss what's his name from Kiss being the DJ in it? Because I like that one. Gene Simmons. Yeah, Gene Simmons. Is that the Trick or Treat with Gene Simmons in it? Because that was a good movie. Water. I'm thinking of the one from the 80s. So they've remade it. See, that's the problem, right? Is like a lot of these movies have been remade, and so we all don't know which reference we're talking to about that. So yeah, I like the one from the 80s because it's like I remember that movie being older. Oh no, I have not seen that one. Is that the one where the bear actually eats him? No, I didn't see the Faces of Death series. I just wasn't interested. That is a good one, and the guy who did all the special effects, Rick Baker. I follow him on Instagram. I follow him on Instagram. Oh, they're actually two different movies. Oh no. Oh yeah. I watched him on Joe Rogan, and he talked about the making of that movie and the special effects and stuff. I live in the state of perpetual confusion. Oh, Eric, don't do this. All right. Eric Robs, you broke the rules. You could not keep it PG. And you totally went off subject and you're just being crude. Bye bye. Learn to read the room. Learn to read the room, people. He did do the special effects for that movie. I mean, for that, well, it wasn't a movie, but it was filmed like a movie. He did do the special effects for Thriller. Yeah. I mean, we've probably all been influenced by Rick Baker's work throughout the decades. So I get much enjoyment of of his Instagram. But sometimes the little video shorts he makes while he watches his daughter's dogs and trying to train them like he killed them and stuff. It's cute. Really? You think it's more like the Twilight Zone? That's an interesting take. Huh. I don't remember it being that way. World War Z with Brad Pitt was good. It had unexpected twists that I really liked. So, yes, Jim, you're here. I see you. The Devil Rejects sounds familiar, like a 1960s movie, but I can't quite place it. You enjoyed the book more? Well, the book was probably fantastic. I didn't know there was a book, but the book was probably fantastic. I think I've seen the remake of Trick or Treat, but I'm not exactly like familiar with it. Yeah, I haven't seen the 2008 version at all. Well, there's several Trick or Treat videos here, but not the one you're talking about. Who's the other guy who played Dracula for the longest time? I have a special by him. Um, that I need to finish watching. Let me find it on here. Um, Christopher Lee, 100 Years of Horror by Christopher Lee. I need to finish watching that. Christopher Lee made a great vampire. Oh, really? Well, John Landis is. Didn't he make? Um, John Landis. Didn't he make Yoga? That frat house movie? Christopher Lee. He made a great vampire. He made a great Dracula. We haven't even talked about Christopher Lee. How can we not talk about Christopher Lee? What? 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 You love that guy? He did have a great life. Yeah, he got tired of playing it and he got typecast, but at the end you get a little bit more like nostalgic. So he also played in The Howling. I remember The Howling, but vaguely. I mean, I have to think like some of these movies it was 30 years ago that I've seen them, so the fact I remember any of them is probably good, right? He did play that Dracula 2000. A little too gory for me. He played it more violent, which is probably closer to the truth that there was to be vampires. But we haven't seen him in movies at all lately whatsoever. Teen Wolf. Oh my God. I can't wait. I mean, technically that is a Halloween movie. You're talking about with Michael J. What's his name? He also did Back to the Future movies. And then you had Justin Bateman play it in the Teen Wolf 2. Dracula 2000 was kind of trash. I mean, Queen of the Damned was good, but yeah. Michael J. Fox. Yeah. Yeah. Dracula 2000. Eh, they don't really play that movie every year for a reason, for the most part. And no, I haven't seen American Psycho. I generally enjoy Jason Bateman movies, though. Mm. Mm. Yeah, well, I mean, we talk about Bela Lugosi. He was in White Zombie. We haven't talked about that movie. That was something. I didn't mean to click play it. Oh my God. There is one Abbott and Costello movie, Halloween movie, that has both Bela Lugosi and what's his name in it. So, John Carpenter does a good movie. He does a good Halloween movie. The Crow was good. It was a cult classic, but I don't watch it because of Brandon Lee dying, so I don't watch it for that reason. All right. The Lost Boys is just something I watch all year long and watch it every time it comes on TV. It's like Roadhouse. And you just have to watch it every single time. It's like Roadhouse in Greece. Every time it comes on TV, you have to watch it. Every time I have to watch Lost Boys, like every single time. Every single time. But then I watched Jason Patrick and Keith Sutherland do an interview about the Lost Boys, like a remembrance, like 20 years later kind of thing, and they both were like really creepy. Like creepy men who were taking advantage of women. So, that kind of lost its. I wish I'd never saw that interview. What? 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 First of all, you have the Coreys in it, and the Frog Brothers, and you have Diane Weiss, and then you have the guy who plays Max, and you have that plot twist. But you have Keith Sutherland being a vampire, and then Michael, the Noodles. They're just noodles. I mean, that's such a good movie. You saw it at your grandmother's. But it had two legends in it. Like the Abbott and Costello had Bela Lugosi and what's his name in there? We named his Carl. I can't remember now. I'm having a brain fart. So yeah, yeah, he did it. They there was some epic mullets in that movie. There was some epic mullets in that movie. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I do not play characters that are already copyrighted and done. I prefer to come up with my own. Near Dark sounds familiar, but I don't know that one. It sounds like it'd be a good movie. And I'm going to take your recommendation since you seem to know your movies. Oh, I can watch it on Prime for free. Well, no, not for free. It's with Movie Sphere. Okay, I'll keep that queued up. So I'll have to watch that. License to Drive. I don't know the one. I remember Maximum Overdrive because it had a lot of AC/DC music in it. And then you had Emilio Estevez, and then you had all the trucks trying to attack people. So I don't know. Would y'all consider Maximum Overdrive a Halloween movie? Well, I think maybe because it had so many good-looking men in it. That's why I liked it. The Coreys were young, but they both did such a great job in that movie. I don't know that name. I don't know David Cronenberg. Did I say it correctly? I think one of the things I like about The Lost Boys is the grandfather at the very end. This town would be pretty nice if it wasn't for all the damn vampires. Like, what? What? I did pronounce it correctly. It's got Bill Paxton in it. Oh, wow. I didn't like The Fly. I didn't like Jeff Goldberg back then either. He did a movie with Michelle Pfeiffer called The Caller or something like that. And, but as he got older, he's gotten very good looking and more interesting. Yeah, I'm not watching anything with James Woods in it because that guy likes to hit on very, very young underage girls and then deny it. So no, no, no. What are you doing? What at? Me not finding Jeff Goldberg handsome as a younger guy? I mean, he didn't get handsome until you came up with like Independence Day with Will Smith. You see, I saved that for Christmas. Nightmare Before Christmas is my Christmas movie, not my Halloween movie. Oh, it's a Corey Court movie. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, yeah, I've seen License to Drive, but I don't consider that a Halloween movie. It is a Corey movie, but I don't consider it a Halloween movie. You're not used to. Oh, Jim. Yeah, he played the creepy pimp in Casino very well, and that's just how I think of him. Oh, that too, Bill. That's too, Billy. I don't know what NC-17 means. I'm gonna go with Beetlejuice. We haven't really even talked about Beetlejuice. I mean, you had Ghost in Beetlejuice, and you had Alec Baldwin be a ghost in Beetlejuice, but was Beetlejuice a ghost? No, I haven't seen the new Sopranos movie. Oh, really? Huh. I don't know the Saints of Newark. And his well, I'm as far as I'm concerned, double thick Oreo is the only Oreo cookie that's edible. Not that I watch that now that I can't eat them, but yeah. I don't think of them. It was some of them that had NC ratings would not be so today. So, mm. I remember those ratings, but since I'm in the industry I'm in, uh, The Night of the Demons. So who's in The Night of the Demons? The original one or the remake? Like, do you surprising like how many big stars come from these movies and how many big stars star in them? I mean, personally, like, I mean, money wise, if you're an actor, and I've told this to guys I've dated that are actors and stuff that you probably have seen, like they should go do a horror movie or a science fiction movie or TV show so they can go to Comic Con for the rest of their lives and make money. So, you're back. Yay, Viking. Michael Keaton was on fire in the 80s. I saw an interview that he did several years ago on YouTube that he was giving a college speech. And at the very end, he goes, and one more thing, 2 words. I'm Batman. I was like, he just killed it. He just killed it. Yeah, since I've turned to, if I remember NC ratings as a teenager and not being able to see things, but I remember barely being able to get into Footloose. But now that I'm adult, I don't give a damn. Have I ever been offered a mainstream part movie? No, or television. One, I cannot act. I do not act. I am a personality. I am like Fox News. I am an on-camera personality. um, so I do a lot of improv with my stuff. In fact, all my stuff is completely improv, but I do not act. Um, I do consider myself an actress. I mean, a lot of people in my business do consider themselves actors, and they take it very serious. And that's probably their dream. It's just not mine. It's just not mine. Well, Kirstie Alley's a fucking scary movie all year round anyway, but Children of the Corn is a good movie. So, but I think after you turn 17 and you can watch whatever movie you want, you're like the rating part no longer you don't worry about it because you can go to the movies and not worry. So. Oh, Belly, that's a very good premise. I like that one. I don't know how he's going to be such a good Batman, to tell you the truth, because I think Christian Bale did an excellent job, but then I also think he's a freaking Brit. Like, what is the Brits taking over all these American roles for? So, um, yeah. So, yeah. I watched Batman today, to tell you the truth, with Michael Keaton, the first one. Um, so, yeah. I love the original Trick or Treat. We talked about it because it had Gene Simmons in it. I remember that. I remember writing down Gremlins is a hard movie for me to determine if it's a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie. I cannot determine which one it is. That's like A Nightmare Before Christmas. Is it a Halloween movie or a Halloween or Christmas movie? So Gremlins is the same thing. You're a Minnesota Vikings fan? Yeah. I don't know, 100 chairs. I don't know who Kieran is. Well, Keanu probably would have been that, but I love that fucking Kimberbeck guy, whatever his name is, that Benedict, whatever, because he's in one of my favorite Star Trek movies. Well, all the Star Trek movies are my favorite Star Trek movies, but I think he did that. He did really good in that. But then you have to think Tom Hardy as Venom, and another Brit, and then you have to think of Tom Holland as Spider-Man. That's another Brit. Like, what the world? Like, what in the world? Now, see, I don't think I break character. I just think that's always me. I'm always something silly will pop into my head or something like that. And honestly, I cannot take my job so seriously. It's not like I'm performing brain surgery. I've gotten in trouble on sets that I've told I'm not supposed to be like um, giggling and laughing, but I don't care. People take things too seriously. You love the original Star Trek show? Well, yeah, I like it too. I don't know who's married to who in my business. That I just don't keep up with people's personal lives in my business because I just think it's none of my business. So I don't gossip about other people in my business either. So I couldn't tell you who's what. And I'm not really on here to talk about my business. I'm talking about movies. So I will block you. Oh, well, just because I said that, but I don't, that it was not a reason for me to go and gossip about someone's personal life. Like, even when I talk about these movie stars, I don't bring up any of their personal business. I just talk about their movies. Oh, they do, Billy? Oh, that's interesting. I think he makes a great Spider-Man. A great Spider-Man. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's get off this NC 17-18 thing. I can just really care less about it. Snoocher. I don't know why you're making such a big deal about it. I'm not a Tarantino fan. I don't know Far From Home. Is that the movie with Tom Cruise in it? Jim, where have you been? Like, how? Wait, what? I mean, you're talking about Star Wars, not Star Trek, but still, like, what? What? I think Spider-Man Homecoming was a good movie. I liked it. A Halloween? Yeah, the Running Man, you have a very good point there. I knew he was stealing from somewhere because I've heard people say that when they were on his sets, he has so much movie knowledge, which I think it's great to have such movie knowledge. But I was like, when he was doing it and he references it, but I was thinking, hmm. But Martin Scorsese says, he watches a lot of different movies and old movies and adapts and takes things from them. But yeah, Tarantino's treated like a innovator when what you're saying is probably true. He's more like a copier. So, and I don't know, his movies all start to seem the same to me after a while. I have no idea about anything about Leonard Nimoy's private personal life. So, I enjoyed the character he created with Spock for many of years, and I liked him in the reboots of the Star Treks that were made this past decade. I don't know who Vulture is. Oh, you're talking about Michael Keaton. Are you talking about Michael Keaton in the Spider-Man movie? So there's Michael Keaton again. Look at him popping the fuck up. So he's been in a DC movie and a Marvel. I remember when I saw him in the Marvel movie, I was like, ah, smart move, dude. Smart move. I've never seen Interstellar. I haven't seen it. The Body Snatchers, the original one, is really good. And then I watched the one with Daniel Craig and Tom Cruise's ex-wife, and I thought that was good too. And then she was in the others, not the others. She was in a movie. Was it the others? Where her and her kids turned out to be ghosts. He was the villain at Homecoming. Oh, that's not Michael Keaton then. You like Spock's Pony Ears. Yeah, I don't like blood and gore snatcher. I don't like blood and gore. So yeah, that's not something I would have watched. Christopher Nolan does very good movies. That he does. I completely agree with you. No, Billy, I haven't seen that one or heard of it. I need to see it, Martin. Interstellar. What's it about? Sell it to me, baby. I did not like. Yeah, I saw the movie. I didn't think that was that great of a movie, to tell you the truth, and I did not like him turning Bruce Lee into some kind of like what they did in that movie. Like, mm-mm. It was very disrespectful. It was very disrespectful. Did I like the Final Destination series? I cannot tell you. I don't think I've seen it, so I cannot give you. I don't watch gore. I don't like all the blood and gore. I like, to me, when they have all the blood and gore, a lot of the plot gets thrown out. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree with you, Remy. I totally agree with you. That's why I don't enjoy his movies. Part of it. Yeah, I don't like the blood and gore. I like scary and I like suspenseful, but I don't like blood and gore. And I love a good plot twist, but I like American Horror Story for the most part. There's one or two seasons I don't like the one where they went back to the East Coast and stuff. But yeah, well, I don't think Weekend at Bernie's is a Halloween movie, even though it has a dead body in it. I think it's more of a comedy. I am mostly German, Danish, and a little bit of British. So half German, half Danish, and then part Brit. And I figure since those countries all raped and pillaged each other for the past 600 years, it's pretty much all the same thing. Was it? Well, Mr. F. Black, you have a lot of knowledge. A lot of knowledge here. You breaking it up, Jim? The Sixth Sense was a good movie. It was an excellent movie. And that Night Shyamalan, or however you pronounce his name, is absolutely brilliant. He also directed a couple of the Star Trek movies. So, yeah. Captain Fantastic, I don't know that. Oh, okay. So, Martin, is that the one with Keanu Reeves? I don't think I've seen The Village. Oh, interesting, Martin. Interesting. Hmm. Christopher Nolan is just incredible. Just incredible. I mean, how many Batmans did he direct? With Matthew McConaughey. I have seen it. It was good. I have seen it. Now that you gave me the main lead, it was good. That was a good movie. And his daughter, he was communicating with his daughter. That was a good movie. I have both. I have one of each. Yeah, I have seen that. And then he was also in a space movie with I can't think of her name. So he's done two space movies. No, I have not watched Chernobyl Diaries. It's not my thing. The whole Chernobyl thing is not something I'm into because that's a real life tragedy, which many people have suffered. So that's not something I would be into. Yeah, with Jodie Foster, yes. Yeah, I know I got a lot of good things, but I just can't watch anything about Chernobyl. The Strangers, no, I don't know that one. I don't know that one. Running Man. You're making Swedish meatballs tomorrow? Now, see, I don't watch the animated stuff. Game of Thrones is not horror or Halloween. You have a calico, you have a girl. You have a girl kitty cat. No male cats can be calico, which I find fascinating. So you have a girl kitty. Bruce Campbell is just incredible. Incredible. Like, how can you not want to watch Bruce Campbell at anything? His humor comes through. But him and Night Shyamalan started together, so. You do, but he is good. Like, incredible. And we're better than Tarantino is at everything. And then Tarantino is supposed to direct a Star Trek movie or some shit like that. Like, what the fuck? No. No. Like, what? No. No. Well, there's a Changeling movie. Someone mentioned the Changeling earlier. I've seen the one with what's her name in it. So I don't think we're talking about the same movie because I don't consider it a Halloween movie. Um, I can't think of her name. She played in the TV show Gia. And she was married to Brad Pitt. I've seen that one. La Casa, doesn't that mean the house? She's your baby. Aww. The original Changeling was scary. The best villain in what? I haven't seen The Serpent and the Rainbow. Well, he just does a lot of blood and gore, and Star Trek's not about blood and gore. That's the completely opposite of what Gene Roddenberry's premise was. Because Gene Roddenberry changed TV when he had the original Star Trek, because in all the other shows, somebody died and was killed in all these other TV shows for every episode. And he didn't kill anyone in his shows with his original premise. So he completely changed TV. And he wasn't about violence. He was about people and understanding and communication. So Tarantino's the exact opposite of that. Exact opposite. See, who was it? There was somebody involved with George C. Scott and said that he was a very violent man and beat them up on a very regular basis. So I just have problems watching George C. Scott movies. And then I think he was in a movie with Marlon Brando, and they had where he was off camera and he just walked off set and didn't even act with Marlon Brando. He had to do it all on his own. So he wasn't even generous as an actor with other actors. So I have problems watching his movies. It's a horror movie based around voodoo. I mean, I'm surprised Stephen King's name hasn't come up before now. I enjoyed his books immensely, but I don't think they translate well to movies, to tell you the truth. And I've seen some of his movies, and I thought they were good, but it's just not the same. No, I've never met him. I don't dream of meeting movie stars. Um, I don't want to know anything about them. I don't want to meet them because then it ruins the fantasy for me. Um, what's in my cup? Water. I don't drink alcohol. Um, I don't want to know them. I don't want to know anything like that. I don't want to be, because I'd rather not know them and be able to watch their movies than to meet them and not like them. So I'd much rather not suspend this belief of reality into it. Not suspend the fantasy. So I can enjoy his movies. I can enjoy his interviews. But other than that, no. No, he lives in Montana. I don't want to meet any of them, And even if I did, I would just say thank you and then keep on going and doing my own thing. Exactly, Belly. Like, I love Gene Roddenberry. I should do some quotes by him for my OF. I haven't seen it either. I'm not into crazy clown stuff. She should be on the calendar. Okay. Exactly. Dishonored undead. Like, I mean, White Noise sounds familiar, and I think I tried to watch it and couldn't. Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those eyes? So, like I said, I don't want to meet any of these people. I enjoy their work and I can let it be that. Just let me enjoy their work and that's it. But I feel the same way people meeting me is like, you don't need to meet me in person. Totally not necessary. You keep your fantasy and I keep my own personal life. So that's how I feel about that. So I want to give them the same respect as I would want. I'm not into zombies for the most part. So I haven't seen the Walking Dead shows. I'm just not into zombies. And then at the end, at the Game of Thrones, they all turned into zombies. So I guess you can call that Halloween because they all ended up being zombies. But so I'm just not into zombies. I didn't like the first Dune, so I don't know if I like the remake. I know that's probably sacrilege to say. I just didn't like it. Just did not like it. It was an awesome monster movie. Dario Argento. His name sounds familiar. We mentioned the people under the stairs. I got it confused with another one. So, um, yeah, the people under the stairs. I remember enjoying. It's been probably 20 years since I've seen it. Yeah, I mean the zombies seem to become a thing in the 2000 around 2010. I enjoy ghost and vampire movies more, but then we haven't even heard about Fright Night. I love the original Fright Night, and I kind of like the remake of it, but I really love the original Fright Night. The Fright Night's one of my favorite ones. Yeah, American Werewolf. Yeah, we've mentioned that one. And Rick Baker. Do you follow Rick Baker on Instagram? Well, Remy, it's Halloween for me all year round. But Julie, because I had to film so many Halloween videos for October, and I have fun with the theme, and I have fun with the dressing up and all the characters. It's Halloween all year for me, but yeah, the of us that like it, so, like a few of those here. I have my own cup with my name on it, and then but probably in some other countries, Halloween being celebrated so long is probably very strange. I've heard in England they don't make that big of a deal of it. Belly, that's a reference from the Wizard of Oz movie. That's the Wicked Witch of the West. I love James Bond movies, but he's not a Halloween movie person. I mean, I will go see the new James Bond, but not like Daniel Craig, and he was in the remake of the Body Snatchers. So that makes more sense. Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna log off here. I've been on here an hour and a half, so the Eternals will be good. I'm looking forward to it. Everybody have a wonderful evening and happy Halloween. Mwah.